headquarters, Delhi headquarters. He also worked for Commonwealth programs in the New Delhi that was connected to 010 car management. He also been able to introduce GPS-based intelligent transport services for the first time and a broader platform in India during this ZWG 2010. Member of the advisory team for NAFID, Ministry of Heavy Industry, for working on automotive and transport research function. He has been called to CMBR Technical Committee as a special advisor for his contributions. So let us listen to Anil Chhikara on assessing challenges and opportunities presented by ITS programs in India.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna, for the nice introduction. And I thank ITPC organizers who has invited me to share our transport experience to various stakeholders globally. And in this presentation, I will be informing you about the difficulties being faced when some private partnership or joint venture arrangement is done with the government. And through these orientation, my intention is to strengthen the stakeholders so that they can overcome the challenges being faced with government business. So, the contents would be about reviewing the challenges faced by various stakeholders involved in regulating, designing and implementation of ITS program in India, developing a positive and progressive mindset among all stakeholders for humanizing traffic and road safety, and lastly would be the improving opportunities for investments in ITS programs in India. So first of all, I would like to take small orientation about transport pattern in India. So as you are aware about Indian economy is the fastest growing by 8% GDP and its second largest population, largest road length and the fourth largest railway network. And we have about 80% of passengers and 65% of freight being transported through the road surfaces. And Indian cities has a population about 2 times, whereas the vehicle growth within the same time is 8 times. So India, 1/3 population lives in the cities which constitutes 2/3 of the economy and 90% of the government revenues. And urban cities in India are engine of economic growth, center and entertainment, knowledge of political happening. So cities are the best area and platform for ITS applications. And this is also being talked about. So like Indian towns and cities had unorganized growth and was without suitable infrastructure, and mass transport system is being planned after 3 to 5 decades by civic agencies, and it becomes challenge to government, agencies to set up new system without replacement of old system. Under these circumstances, ITS can provide best solution for effective transport management. So now I come to Delhi. So Delhi has got 3/4 of populations and vehicle increase is about 18 times. And our traffic speed, which was 16 km/h few years back, now it is 10 km/h at peak hours in central Delhi. Although Delhi has 21% area of coverage of roads, which is best in India and even better than any global city, but congestion is worst in the country. And 90% of road space is occupied by 35% of total travelers of cars and two-wheelers. And road length per 1,000 vehicle is reduced from 12 kilometers to 6 kilometers since 1990 to 2006. And road expansion is now reduced from 71% to 3% in last 4 decades. It is also said by some studies that daily 2 hours delay is experienced by individuals, and loss of fuel wastage due to congestion and idling is around 20,000 millions per annum. So these are some interesting figures. When we talk about modal split in Delhi, So we have bus ridership about 41%. And it is astonishing to know that it was 60% in 1990s. So there is a drop of 20% of bus ridership, and people are more happy to use cars and two-wheelers, I mean personal vehicles. And the shift of 20% is gone to cars and two-wheeler, which is the root cause of congestion in Delhi. Whereas the metro has able to pick 20 lakhs of ridership daily, which is about 9%, and we have bicycle about 6.8%, and we have cycle rickshaw, it's around 8%. So cycle rickshaw is become a menace to Delhi, and it is also causing a delay. And unfortunately, so many NGOs are there, so many so-called experts are there who are promoting cycle rickshaws, I mean, in the name of non-motorized vehicles. But when we see the actual position, so they are distracting the government. And on auto rickshaw side, we did not have any increase because our auto rickshaw segment and taxi segment is unorganized. It requires ITS, and if it is strengthened, then it can take the load of cars and two-wheelers so that we can also augment our public transportation. So this is also interesting figure that 85% of Delhi has got 10 kilometers as their travel distance. And whereas 55% out of them is requiring 1 to 5 kilometers as a trip distance, and 20% are requiring 5 to 10 kilometers as a trip distance, and 10% are up to 1 kilometer. So whatever visible infrastructure we see, maybe through metro, maybe through BRT, maybe through augmented cluster scheme by DTC. So this is all catering the services mostly to 10 kilometers and above. And the people who are 85%, they are left unattended.